welcome back. So this is another video where I'll be walking you through the Amish farm. We took a tour to Lancaster, Pennsylvania, where we visited an Amish farm, and throughout the video you'll be seeing a number of small towns that we will be traveling through, and this is one among that. And we are on our way to the farm, and there is an Amish daycare or a school. I'm not sure about it, but we saw a number of kids playing outside, and as you could see, their attires are completely different. They have some unique colors, and it's a plain dress they used to wear. So you would see a number of Amish people along the way, and their simple living and all that. And there are a number of farm animals over there. This was a very beautiful drive for us, where we saw a number of cows and ponies and horses over there, and it's a pleasant day. I just do not want to miss out this just showing the farm. That's the reason I'm taking you through. So this is going to be a 2-day tour, on which this is the first day where we went to the actual farm, and we saw part of it, but the second day we came back for a few rides. So I'll walk you through. Here we are, parked our car, and just me and my family stepping out of the car and just walking to the small farm. This is a old windmill farm, if you are curious. So this is one of their houses over there, and it was quite interesting to see how they hang their clothes out for drying. So that was that. And you could see some fast-paced videos because I do not want to show the same for a very long time, so that's the reason. And here are some farm animals. There was a small petting zoo, so there's a small pony over there, and a number of horses here. They have the cute little names over there, and they have my kids. There's a goat, and we even had a couple of alpacas, which you're seeing there, and there were some hen and all the chicks over there. And they even took us, not everyone, but the little ones below the age of 10, on a pony ride. So that's the pony you see there. And we took a nice quiet walk around the farm just by ourselves, and the kids had a great time playing with all the little chicks and the goats, and it was lovely. It was very pleasant, not too much of crowd on that day. It was a Friday. You could see an Amish buggy riding over there on the road. It's hard to get into this kind of atmosphere, a good environment here in a lot of places. So the farm visit was quite breathtaking and very nice, and like quite relaxed time for us to see all the goats, to see the country living on a day. So we really spent a number of hours over there because the kids loved, and even we had a relaxed time over there. There were 2 goats fighting, and the kids fed those goats and the little chicks, and they have little food where we can buy and feed them as well. They also just plucked the grass over there, and they were feeding them the flowers. They had a good time. They even have little conversations. It was very quite, very nice to see the living culture of those Amish people. They do not use technology that much, and very few have cars, but most of them use buggies for their day-to-day work and wherever they have to commute. And we could see a number of families, and the buggies are of different sizes. Maybe I could show you a few that we came along the way. We even took a ride, but I can show you in the next. So it can fit two people or four people or even six, I think so, because we have seen a few kids along with their parents on riding, and the other cars that are on the road, they kind of prioritize them, give them away, and yield to them when they see a buggy on the road. So that was really nice. And there was a little kind of a bridge, small bridge, or a boardwalk where we took a little bit of walk around. We could see some cows on the other side, and then we took a walk back. And there, even they had a small store over there. We got some, fresh milk and some fresh, homemade root beer and ice creams there. This is our first day, as I said, and in a couple hours I think they close, and we even came on the second day to take to look into the other side of the farm, take a quick ride, and also see a few more animals. So I'll show you that. So this is the other side of the petting zoo where we had the little ponies over there, and these are the ones on turns they use for the rides. My little one even took a ride on the pony, and they took him like a couple rounds, as you could see here. They even walk the pony and take you on a ride, or they have a little cart that pulls the pony through. So, and there was a gentleman and a lady over there from the Amish people, and you could see they are dressing quite pleasing, and they have, unlike the other fashionable wears, it was very simple to see that. So this is the far end of the farm. There was a Amish house, and this is the place where we go on a ride. But we missed that slot on the first day, so we just had a quick tour on by ourselves, and then we came back to the hotel so we can come on the second day to walk through. So there are some goats even in their houses, as you could see, and we came back, and this is our hotel. And on the next day we set out to the same farm in the same route. So I'll just fast forward and show you a glimpse of it, so we don't miss it. At the same time, it's not dragging a lot. Throughout Lancaster, you can see a number of small hotels, country inns, and bed and breakfast, and you can stay in one of those if you are visiting. Or even I came to know recently, there are Amish days as well. So you get to stay in an actual farm with the Amish people nearby or in their own home. Part of them is rented out, and they serve you their own the breakfast. So that is another option as well if you wanted to avail. And I read there is no breakfast served on a Sunday if you are planning to stay there, but otherwise they are open other days. So I'll reserve that for my next visit. I really love the town. I'll visit again for sure. Yeah, you could see a lot of spring blossoms coming up in different colors. I just wanted to show you all. So that's the reason I'm just showing you the drive as well, getting to the farm. Lot of greens, lot of farm animals, a lot of you could see the number of silos here. where people store the farmers store their produce for the season or even longer. I'm not so much sure about how it is used, but I know there is a storage that's used for a number of produces. It's mostly like once you get into the country road, it's mostly a one-way, two-way road, so you cannot pass. There was a lot of buggies that we came across along the road. One just passed us. And there was a cycle, the Amish, sorry, I couldn't show you well, but that was not like a regular bike that we would have seen on the road, but it was like they had one leg on there, that cycle, and they were just driving. There was no technology involved. There was an Amish buggy there. And they do not use a lot of technology, so not even in the simplest of things that we could see. And even in their stores, I wish I could show you some of those, but I'm not sure if I captured here. But even in their stores, they do have a number of handmade items. Here again, the Amish school, handmade items in the store, the pillow covers or the aprons that you wear in the kitchen, or a number of items, a lot of quilts, and that are made in the Lancaster County in number of small farms in Amish homes. I even read about their lifestyle, and it is really quite nice. And the Amish family usually have more kids, around usually they'll have minimum of 5 kids, 5 to 7 or even 11, like that. So they consider a family with 2 kids as it's very highly impossible to see 2 kids in a family, but a family with 5 kids, they consider that as a small family. That was quite interesting. Here we reached the farm. So today we're going to look at the actual farm, the little ones, from they are born, and we even got to feed a couple of animals like cows, and even got to hold a couple of bunnies and chicks in our hands, and the kids really loved it. So this is the small little farm, I should say, not a very big one, but we got experience. The experience which we had here was very different from the other farms that we have visited in the past. We have visited the petting zoos of all kinds, but here we got to interact with the little chickies and the piggies, which was really nice. This was one of the Amish buggies which was parked over there, and we even had saw 2 more that was inside the shed, and they had their home at the back. So it was so lovely to have your own farm and a little home, and in a quiet setting like this. And here we are entering the farm, and about to enter, and the actual guide, he was an Amish farmer who was explaining us about how old are those little goats, and there was a goat that was like 8 days old. So here we are with our families, and sorry, I forgot the name of that guide who was talking to us. It was nice, it was like we are getting into their own family, the animal family. It was everywhere we could see a horse tied over there and a little calves over there. So it was though they were the little ones were segregated, we could see them all around in all the places. So yeah, first we got into the little bunnies, and even he got us, each one chance to hold those bunnies, little ones. A few of them he got it out. It was a wonderful experience that we had, which we cannot, forget easily. Yeah, he's making sure he has got back all the bunnies and put them safe inside, and then we moved on to the chicks. There were a number of chicks, and even they were doing some little tricks with that, just organizing those chicks in the hands of the little ones. That I do not know if I captured that, but it was a very, very nice experience for us through the farm. And there are the goats, and this is a bigger one, but we had the two small ones, as you could see inside. One was a little darker, the other one was white, so we had to hold both. So they were like 8 days old. We visited on a Saturday. They were born exactly the same the last Saturday, so it was very nice. And we were those who volunteered, they even had a little bit of a small bottle of milk or water to feed those. So we fed the piggies and the little calves, and also the goats didn't drink a lot, but we tried. So this was a very fun day for us. There was a ride we took in the cart, like the horse cart. Not sure I captured that, but that was another interesting ride that we had. We went on a hay rides pulled by a tractor, but this was way different. Sorry, I didn't have a picture of those, otherwise I would have posted it. So we are almost at the end of our video here. So this was really a very nice experience for us. So I would really recommend, if someone visits Lancaster, do visit this farm. This is a old windmill farm. The tickets are like $20 per head, and which is quite reasonable. I do not think so. It is much based on the experience we had. So that's all. I would see you in the next. Thank you. Have a great day.